All right, here we go. All right, we are live. Good evening, Ward Wrestling Live. So cool tonight. We've got some hammers again from Wyoming Seminary up there in the Wyoming Valley, up in PA, and some badass little wrestlers. There's a lot of them on the girls' team and the boys' team up there. We're blessed with 3 of them tonight. I've got, man, excuse me. I got a frog in my throat. Sorry, everybody. But I guess I'm looking at the screen. So to my left, you'll see Abby Duke. In the middle there, you'll see Kendall Bostelman. And in the right or your left or the other way around, you'll see Avery Kibelbek. I messed that up the first time, but I got it. But if you don't know, the last few weeks, these girls have competed at the World Team Trials, and they've competed at the National Preps, which thank God you were able to have those this year. Finally, it seems like we're getting some traction. And 2 All-Americans, 1 young lady made it all the way to the Conci 8s, 2 prep champs, and a prep runner-up, right? Do I got that all right? But before you got to Wyoming Seminary, you guys had some hardware too from your states, right?
Yeah.
What do we got here? We've got New York, PA, Tennessee. So back in New York, state champ, state runner-up, state placer.
I believe it's either 3 or 4-time state champ.
Oh, is that all? Good job. All right. You're from Ohio.
Yeah.
Not PA, Ohio.
We don't have sanctioned girls wrestling Ohio yet, so we don't have like a sanctioned state, but I'm a freestyle state champ multiple 2 or 3 times, and then I have a few other state championships from like not unsanctioned Ohio states.
Wow. And then Miss Kibelbeck.
Yes, I have 2-time state champs, and I also went in Fargo and placed 6th in 2019.
Wow. Awesome. So as you see, these girls can wrestle. Well, welcome today. It looks like Coach Vandiver is attempting to enter this, or maybe she just wants to watch us through Zoom instead of through the page. But this box here is their coach. You can't see her, but a little picture, but that's their coach. So awesome couple of weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I know you guys are in PA, and PA has been pretty much padlocked through this whole adventure, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's been an interesting, crazy year with all of that.
Yeah. So now coming to here we are 13, 14 months later. Did you guys think you would see World Team Trials? You would start to see preps? Was this ever something that you thought, okay, we're just going to train and hopefully they say you can go, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like preps, we didn't really know until like the week of if they were even still going to have the girls side of the event and stuff. That was a very last minute decision. And World Team Trials, yeah, I think a lot of us were holding on to that since they canceled it last year. Just training all year. That was all of our goal is to make World Team Trial or go to World Team Trials after everything got canceled last year.
Yeah, and thank God it happened, right? And you guys took what, 13 girls with you? Is what you guys were telling me? Wow. And so overall, how did you guys do as a team? I mean, we know what the Blade Sisters did, okay? We got that already, okay? We know how good they are. No, we love the Blade Sisters, right? And Wrestling Poppy on Instagram. But so we know what they did, but you guys had what, 11 other girls there. How were the results?
I mean, we had placers all across the board. We had a couple of U15 girls make the world team. I don't know if did any of our cadets make the world team? We had a couple cadet placers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then Karina, yeah, she made world team. Yeah, we had world team members across the board and placed all Americans across the board too.
Wow, so that's awesome. So you guys came home with some hardware, huh?
Yeah, from
Yeah,
U15 to U23.
Wow, and was there any other? I know you, Kendall. You competed in 2 of them, right? Or did all 3 of you compete in 2 of them, or just 1?
I only did juniors.
I like the juniors as well.
Okay, and you All-American in both, yeah?
Yeah, I took 5th in juniors and 4th in U23.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. So, Abby, first of all, welcome. Good to see you. I'll try to bounce around here. I feel bad. Like sometimes when I'm talking to one person, I'm like, did I leave you lonely over there? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get around you, but man, your journey. So you take second at preps, right?
Yes.
And then you come into world team trials. I mean, you're picked as one of the favorites to make a run there. And man, a hell of a run considering what happened. Tell us what happened to you.
So during the first match, I actually don't remember exactly what happened, but I did tweak my shoulder in like the first few minutes of it. And then I had to continue wrestling because I lost the second one. So then I went to the consies and had to
Because
fight.
you're a wrestler and you don't quit when something hurts, right?
Yeah. And then pretty much just fought my way going to that goal of making the podium.
Yeah, so if everyone doesn't know, she hurt herself in the first match, got through it. She had wrestled again. That's where the first loss came. She had to go to the wrestlebacks. She won 6 straight to get into the All-American run, right? So
Yeah.
now she's in a match where win or lose, she's got the All-American status, right? Or whatever they say. But
Yeah.
how hard was it for you to like submit to your coach as they're telling you, hey, we're pulling you here. We can't watch you do this to yourself anymore.
It was a hard decision to make, but I knew that it was one of it had to be done considering that I still have Fargo thing. I still have a Fargo qualifier this weekend that I still need to wrestle in. So I knew there was other things than fighting to continue.
Were you surprised they let you go that far?
I'm actually very surprised that Coach Green didn't say something sooner.
Well, that's good. Well, good for you, and congratulations on that run. Because I
Thank
mean,
you.
obviously, wrestling. I think wrestlers are always something's always hurt, but I think yours was a little extensive. So good for you for fighting through it.
Thank you.
And then here we've got Avery Kibelbek, and then we'll start just making this all fun. Well, it's all fun anyway, but I mean, I'll just throw questions out there. But man, so you got all the way to Conti 8. You ran into your teammate
I did.
who ended up going on to be an All-American, and then your other teammate in that bracket ended up going on to be third. So at least you beat everybody that wasn't from Wyoming Seminary, right?
Yeah.
So and you won a prep champ, right? You were prep champ. So I'm going to talk about these last 2 weeks and the experience for you.
Yeah, it's just good to be here and be in this environment where we wrestle like 24/7. It's on our mind, and we have a good support system with girls and stuff. And it was just great to wrestle at the World Team Trials. And I mean, it's probably the best way to go out to a teammate just because you know how hard that she's worked, and you're just really proud to get to wrestle against her.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I'm sure all you girls are planning to qualify for Fargo and
Yeah.
get a chance to go out there and showcase your stuff and maybe get some matches back on some girls that maybe got you this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the atmosphere at preps this year? Did it feel like past years, or was it still kind of like, okay, uh you're in a room like the beginning of this quarantine was. Now down here in Florida, fans are going on. We're past it a little bit, but um would they allow fans in there? Did you feel the energy you normally feel, or was it more like we threw some mats down in this convention center and all you guys are invited and good luck?
So I was these two have this is their first year at SEM, so I was the only one that went last year. And to this year was actually it was pretty big. I mean, other than having to get a negative COVID test and do all that process, it was still a big event. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people came to support because there was just so many people wanted to get back into the wrestling that it was still a big event, even though a lot of teams didn't send as many people. There was still a lot of support, people watching on Flow, texting all of us, great job, all the boys, there was a lot of support.
That's awesome. Obviously, you girls just felt the atmosphere. You were like, wow, I'm on the national prep stage. What's to you two, all three of you have been on the state sanction, like the high school state stage, because you won titles there. What's What's the feel like? Does it feel like something like that? Like when you go to your state tournament in Tennessee or New York or Ohio? Or did it feel like, man, this, you can feel this is something bigger?
I feel like it's something bigger to me, just personally, just because you know that it's nationals and you're just everyone from around is coming there and to wrestle, and it's just a great experience to get different states coming in.
Yeah, that's cool. How did you, well, obviously it wasn't too big of a stage for you girls because you guys did pretty well, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you made it all the way to the finals. Where was the girl from that beat you, Abby?
It was actually it was actually Ava Bayless, the Wyoming Seminary from Wyoming Seminary.
Oh,
So
so you don't feel that bad. You're like,
yeah, we had a lot of sem matchups for placements and final matches.
oh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you don't feel that bad.
No, I know same thing as Avery said before, like I know how hard she's been training, and it was pretty good to know that it was a teammate and not just me not losing to myself. And
Yeah, you have to deal with, oh my, you let that team beat you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Got it. So I'm sharing. I shared this as soon as we went on. I shared it into your guys. You know how you have your group page, the Wyoming Seminary Wrestling. So I shared it in there. So if all your family and friends aren't on my page and they're in Wyoming Seminary's group or page, I shared it in there, so everybody should be able to see it. And it'll be on here, so you'll be able to go back to it. And if you guys want a copy of it, I'll get you a copy of it. But anyway, so man, talk about life at SEM. You know, we hear we hear about the prep, you know, the prep schools, right? With SEM and Blair and now Lake Highland Prep and the guys in Georgia and out in California and all over the country. And you know what makes this prep school thing so amazing, but on top of that, what makes Wyoming Seminary so great? What makes it so attractive? What makes you boys and girls want to be there?
I think the big thing for me is like being surrounded by so many high level athletes that have like very similar goals and aspirations, that like we all have like the same energy and we all have like the same like work ethic and we all want the same thing. So it's easy to like connect with these people, like girls and guys, and just to be like around all these people and know that like you're around successful people who are going to do like great things in life. It's just like, it's awesome like to be friends with them or roommates with them, or just like pass them. Like, I mean, Wyoming Seminary, like 15% of the school is like wrestlers, and most of us are all like most of us are nationally ranked wrestlers. So it's
And
just like
let's be
awesome.
honest, they're not giving away good grades. It's a high academic
Yeah,
standards there,
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 15% is wrestler. That's pretty good. Yeah, and not too many. If any, none of them suck.
No.
Yeah,
I
and,
would
and
say
you
a
guys,
good majority of us are all like nationally ranked top 20, both girls and boys side.
and you guys have a pretty good funnel coming through middle school too. From what I'm understanding, right?
Yeah, we have a couple
Yes.
coming through.
Yeah, some girls too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Nice, that's awesome. So you know what makes now the coaching staff there, Coach Vandiver and the coach that Green, right? Coach Green.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, what makes what how have they been able to build this, and what makes them so attractive to young men and women out there wanting to go wrestle for them?
Well, like Coach Erin, she's been through everything that we want to do, or we are like all our goals are. So it's like it's just awesome to work with somebody who like knows what it's like and has been there herself. And so like she could relate to us and like help us get through that, and knows like how we feel like if after a tough loss, and like how we have to like battle back, and knows how to say like the right things, and how like she helps us develop for our goals. Like it's Olympic development program, so we're all working for that one single goal, like end goal.
Yeah, I was very lucky to see you guys wrestle in person this year when you came down here to Florida. And I remember that last match. I think you were wrestling like a Michigan team or something, and they were winning some of the matches. Like it was getting close, and I remember Coach looking at some of the top girls like, "Yeah, we're gonna wrestle you now. That's go get ready." And then I saw all the girls start get ready. That was it. I think that's the one where didn't Karina spladle somebody and your whole bench erupted.
I believe that was the match.
That was insane. Fun to watch. I took some pictures. Hopefully you guys got all them when I was there. But so what's the camaraderie like with the boys and the girls? Are you guys mat side rooting them on? Are they mat side rooting you on? You guys practice together? I mean, is this program like one big strong?
For the most part, we are one big program. This year was a little different with the COVID restrictions on separating and making different bubbles. But for the most part, we've been training with the guys. For all 3 of my years that I've been here, we've been training with the guys pretty much every single day. And for preps and all the other tournaments that we do here, we always have a big support system from the guys or the girls, like whichever team is wrestling, that we are always there, cheering them on and always supporting.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what is it, Avery? What does it mean to? Obviously, it's a college preparatory program. So, and talking to Coach Vandiver, I know how much she absolutely loves folk style wrestling. So you probably don't do that much, but your freestyle is tremendous. But how does it help you to get to roll with the boys once in a while and kind of feel that muscle or feel the strength or kind of get in there deep and roll around with them? How does that help you when you get back on the mat, girl to girl?
It just, like you said, like muscle strength wise, it just makes sure that you're strong and ready. And they are very fast sometimes too. They got some speed on them, so it just helps just kind of connect everything and be ready for other matches coming up.
That's so you girls are all juniors, right?
Yes.
So what's next? What's the plans for you as far as immediate future? You guys have is Fargo the big one coming up?
Yeah, that would be the next one.
Maybe the next one, and then uh, what other tournament should we see the Sem girls at this summer?
Ooh, I believe that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. When we started this quarantine, you probably didn't even think you'd have that, right?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and what has it been like up there in PA? Are you guys finally back in dorms and back kind of somewhat normal again? Because I know there was a time where you weren't allowed to do that, right?
Yeah. At the
Yes.
beginning of the year, we weren't allowed in the dorms and we kind of had to stay like with host families. I've had to, and I roomed with Kendall too in there. So, I mean, it was different, but it was still a good experience. But now we're back in the dorms and it's becoming more normal, especially towards the end of the year. So,
Well, listen, when you guys get older, you'll definitely have a story that none of us could have ever told because nobody lived through this before in the
Right.
last 70 years. So, but it's glad to see this sport. It seemed like this sport really stuck together and kind of made kind of places and areas where people could kind of still do this sport, which was awesome. Did you guys do a lot of virtual stuff or did you mostly like hide in the garage and practice yourselves?
A little bit of both. Did
Yeah.
some like virtual workouts with coaches would send us workouts, and then like if we had I had a couple close like friends in a gym and a mat in my garage, and they'd just like come over, like we need to stay on the mat, need to stay in shape.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, because for the most part, you guys are always together anyway. So it wasn't like you were bringing in strangers during
Right. Yeah.
the heat of this, right? I mean, if one was going to get it, you're all going to get it. If you all had it,
Yes.
because that group stays together. Well, hopefully not too many had it, but what's the future? Obviously, you guys are juniors, so I'm sure the coaching staff is probably discussing the next level of wrestling for you guys, what you guys need to do to prepare for that. And it looks like, what do you guys think? Well, first of all, what do you guys think of these states? Like we just saw another state get sanctioned for girls. That's awesome, right? For your platform. And then you're seeing all these big girl RTCs opening up at Division I schools. And how close are we to making that a reality?
We're very close, I feel. Within like the next few years, there's going to be a lot more schools trying out girls wrestling and making teams, and it's going to be it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And we've seen some girls already commit to the colleges that have the RTC.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Like we saw Chloe commit to North Carolina, right? And do you think we're going to see more girls? Oh, and we saw Ayers, right? Chloe Ayers commit to
Yes.
Princeton. So you think that's going to become a trend right now and fill up these RTCs, kind of force the hands of these schools to say, okay, you know what, this is a good thing. Let's get this going.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll start filling up and having more of those come around until some more like D1 and D schools start to like get programs. Like I think because like girls want to go to these big schools, but they don't have girls wrestling, so they have to find other ways to get both the education and the level of wrestling they want. So I think it'll continue to be a trend.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there's some really, obviously McKendree and King and Campbellsville and
All great
Light and
schools.
all these schools out there that are tremendous wrestling programs, but you're kind of seeing that push. And I think any of the women's coaches at that level want to see that happen. I'm sure it's just going to be better for the sport. Do you guys have like MMA plans? You guys want to be fighters afterwards, or is it strictly like I want to wrestle? I want to wrestle on the world stage, the USA stage, as long as I can wrestle, and then we'll go from there.
Strictly wrestling for
Yeah,
me.
same.
I don't want to get punched in the face.
Yep. I always tell people I like my face too much.
That's perfect. Oh, that's awesome. That's good stuff. So let's who has been somebody, and I don't know, we'll start with Avery. Who's maybe who are some of the coaches and drilling partners who have really helped you accomplish your goals so far in life?
Well, I think all the coaches have really. I mean, they each play a part in it, and like from the setup to tournaments and just making sure we have like proper eating habits and hydration and just like technical points of wrestling. I think they've all really helped. And then my training partners, these two are probably one of the best you'll ever get. I mean, she beats me up all the time, and they're all just great partners. So
That's awesome. That paid off when you got that national championship, right?
yes.
How about you, Kendall? Who are same question for you? Who are some of the coaches and drilling partners that have helped you accomplish your goals?
Again, like Coach Aaron and then like Avery, and then I've had some great partners like some of our younger like cadets like Karina Jandruso, and then even like over the summers when I'm at home and training with my club, and I have a great group of guys that I've been training with since I started wrestling like 9 years ago. Like I've got that solid group that have always been a great support system and great coaches that always reach out and have like supported my goals and like supported me going to SEM and encouraged me. And yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Abby, you want me to repeat the question?
I think I'm good. For me, even going back to like my youth days, every one of my coaches have played a part in it, and they've all given me like different pieces to like fit to make me who I am today and how I've trained and all that. And then these two are one of the two that I've been training with the most here. At home, I train mostly with my brother, and my dad is our coach, who's like very supportive of me and my brother, and he just wants to see the best for both of us.
That's awesome. Well, good for you. What does it mean to you girls to be able to give back to the youth? So I mean, you are youth still, you're juniors, but you know what I'm talking about, right? To make sure that the little girls are coming up and you're teaching them and you're keeping this thing growing.
It was just great to see, especially at world teams, like all the little girls, like schoolgirls and stuff, up there on the big stage, and just knowing that they're so far ahead of what even we and the other generation has like had the opportunity to, and it's just great to see them getting a extra step like early.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and it's just like important for us to be like there and like supporting them and being like role models for them. Cause like looking back to when I started wrestling, I had like those select girls that I like was like amazed to watch and get to like wrestle with. Like you probably know Michaela Campbell from Ohio. Like she was one of my, like I got to train with her and it was like the best thing ever. And she went on to college and did all these big things. And like just being able to know that like I'm doing those things now and like these girls get to watch that. It's just like an awesome feeling.
Yeah, it's Go ahead, Abby.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, whenever I'm home, I like go help the little kids. Like I teach clinics, like help them all out. And then I just love seeing how like they get the opportunity that like I did not get to have when I was little because I didn't start until I was like maybe 6 or 7. But seeing how little they are starting and having these great opportunities wrestling on the big stage at Texas, like I would have never thought of that when I first started wrestling.
Yeah, and it seems like, well, that was the one thing I said when I saw everybody at the Southeastern duels down here, or the Southern duels, I think that was called. But each one of these girls teams had little girls with them, and
Yeah.
it was really awesome to see that, because you could see the older girls like yourself um, kind of get down on your knee and coach them. It looked like the real coaches kind of would back off and let you girls kind of take over there and mentor these young girls. And I've talked to like Kaylee Reese, and I've talked to Florida girls, Hannah Hall, and everyone down here. And I saw that a lot from them too, with these little Florida girls that they're bringing up. And it's cool to see. Elena Abla, did I say that right? I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. But she said, "What made you guys start wrestling in a male-dominated sport?"
Oh, I started wrestling. So
Elena,
my
sorry,
you're good. My younger brother actually started wrestling. I always thought about it, but I was like kind of scared to at first. My younger brother started wrestling. He doesn't wrestle anymore, but he'd always come home and he'd like, I was like the only one that would like wrestle with him, and he'd do all these moves on me. And my uncle was a huge, like my uncle wrestled from like Biddy all through high school. My uncle's like, he's already doing everything on you. Why don't you go learn so you could at least like defend yourself? Like, why don't you go and try? I'm like, all right, I guess. Like I said, now he doesn't wrestle and I'm like 9 years into it.
yeah, ranked in the country. Yeah, not bad, not bad. How about you girls?
You can-
Okay,
You
so
guys been like rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
so my story is kind of similar to Kendall's. My younger brother and I started we started with karate, and he liked the jujitsu part more. So my mom and dad put him into wrestling because he was one of the crazy kids running back and forth, always had so much energy. So we would go to wrestling, the youth practices, and there was always like an extra person, and I was always just there after school. So finally the coaches were like, just like go drill with this person. They need a partner. So after some time, I started learning the moves faster than all the boys, and I would end up beating all of them in the room. So my mom and dad are like, "You're actually pretty good at this. You want to continue?" So I continued with that, and now I'm almost 11 years in wrestling.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Avery?
Well, my grandfather wrestled, and so it was kind of passed down from my dad and his brother. And then when my brother was about 5 years old, they asked him, he's like, "Hey, you should start wrestling and just give it a try." And so I kind of butted in. I was like, "Well, can I do it?" And my dad he was a little hesitant at first. I think both my parents were. They kind of thought I would, quit in like a week or two, but I stayed with it, and after they saw that, they really just supported me, encouraged me, both me and my brother. So
And that was it. Well, Miss Elena Abla, I hope that answers your question. She said, "Woot woot, Avery, so proud." So I guess Miss Elena is an Avery fan. All right, Rachel Warner Bartran said, "Super interviews." It's all the girls. I have nothing to do with this. Thank you, but thank you for watching. It's been cool. So yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Awesome to know that you girls want to give back to and want to coach the younger girls, and just knowing how it helped you. And man, how close, man, how close are we to just seeing full girls rooms all across the country?
Hopefully pretty close. I mean, we're down to, I was looking like today, like the new maps came out like there's like 10 or 14 or something around there, like states that aren't sanctioned. So we're almost there to having every state sanctioned. Like I think once we get that, then it'll definitely, things will start clicking, and I think we'll see it a lot more.
Do you think that now obviously coming up now, the girls most of them aren't on all girls teams, so they're wrestling boys for the most part at tournaments, at youth tournaments, wherever they're competing at. Do you think it will be a benefit to these girls to have full girl rooms now and just come up wrestling girls? Or do you think that they should still do some of the uh, wrestling with the boys and things like that?
I think wrestling with the boys is me personally is it's a great like diverse way to like get a different feel. And I mean, yes, it's great. Like here we work with all girls and it really does help, but I also feel like just that extra strength or just a different feel is great. And I did that all the way through my high school. So I really do think that boys and girls wrestling should mix well.
Nice, I like it. Everybody in agreement, say aye. Yeah. All right, everybody's in agreement, it's cool. Well, let's do this. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Leg lace or gut wrench?
Leg lace.
Like lace.
Oh, all three. They're practice partners, guys. All right, Chips Ahoy or Oreos?
Oreos.
Now you see why they're best friends.
Yeah.
All right, arm throw or arm drag?
Arm throw.
Whoa, somebody said drag in there. Who was the
I
drag?
did.
Drag. Other ones arm throws? Oh, nice. And now arm drag, why? Because it sets up everything, or?
Yeah, it's just like a common setup that like you can go to anything from there.
Nice. Arm throws just because you girls like to throw people.
Yes.
Got it.
Especially-
Pancakes or especially her. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Waffles.
I don't know. I don't know. I like both.
Waffles.
You like them just straight up original, or you like when they put like chocolate chips and all that stuff in them?
Original.
Original.
Yeah, I'm down with original too. I mean, I'm fat. I'm not saying if you put chocolate chip pancakes or waffles in front of me, I wouldn't eat them. But if I had my choice, I'd take the original. All right, fries or tater tot? Oh wait, no, half or cradle.
Oh.
I gotta say cradle because I hit like 3 of them at World Team Trials.
I'd
So
say
With one
Half.
arm,
half.
I don't know.
I think me and Avery are agreeing on half.
Yeah.
half. Nice. All right, now we got fries or tater tots.
Fries.
Fries.
Damn. All right, high C, ankle pick.
Ankle pick.
Woo! You girls must have long arms. All right, you guys all drink coffee?
I don't.
No. All right. Well, the coffee drinkers, iced or hot?
Iced.
I don't know. It depends.
It
It depends
depends.
on my mood.
She's going to be a politician. Yeah. Are you guys like just straight? I like any coffee, or do you have to go like I want 2 pumps, iced frat, drug dip, all that stuff, or just
I don't drink
Give me
coffee
some-
very much.
just give me some energy,
Yeah,
Yes.
just give me the caffeine.
the caffeine. All right. 32 or Fargo
Fargo.
Fargo.
because of freestyle, right? You girls are
Yeah.
all in love with freestyle. I'm sure Vandiver would say the same thing, right? I'm sure she's listening. Wendy's or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna say Wendy's. I've only had Chick-fil-A once.
Oh, you poor girl.
I
Get this girl some Chick-fil-A. I like Wendy's too. I'm down with Wendy's, but man, show her some love. Get her a box of chicken minis in the morning or something.
You were gonna do that the one day.
Yeah, I have sauces for it. This bottle.
I have the sauces for them, but I don't have the chicken minis. I want to put a poll out there like chicken minis should be all day, yes or no? Like, why do they stop at 10 with the chicken minis? Like, let's keep them going, guys.
I know.
Agreements. We're all in agreements. Perfect. That's awesome. Well, man, this was really fun. I'm really happy you guys came on, and thanks for staying up late for me.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Yeah, you guys were a blast, and thanks, Coach Vandiver, for putting this together. And good luck with. I know you guys have Fargo qualifiers coming up. I'm sure that's not going to be an issue. So once you qualify, Good luck over there. Hopefully you guys go up there and do your thing. All Americans win it. You think you'll be taking as many girls there? 13? You think they'll all make it there too?
Yeah, I mean,
believe
we'll
so.
all probably represent our own states, but I think we'll all be there.
Oh, because that's the way it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you guys might see each other again in competition. Huh?
Yep.
You guys just gonna like rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins that?
You
We
should.
might, yeah.
You should.
Yeah, we might. I like it. Well, you girls have a great night. Get this girl some
Thank you.
get this girl some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Sydney Bostelman. Guess who she knows? So proud of you, Ray.
Thank you, Sydney. Love you too.
There you go. All right. Is that that must be your
My
go-to?
twin. It's my
That's
twin
your
sister.
twin?
Yep.
Really? She wrestle?
She used to, but she doesn't anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Does she go to school there, or is she still back in
No,
Ohio?
she's at home. She's in Ohio.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's no need for her to be at a wrestling school, right? Cool. Well, Sydney, what's up? All right, girls, you guys go do whatever it is you do up there in the Wyoming Valley and have a great night.
You too.
Thank you, you too.
Good night.
Bye.